Hello, my name is Aldo Monzon, and I'm going to explain this PA3. What does the mycelium do for the environment? Well, mycelium is the it's the conjun- the it's the a lot of IFAs that came from the fungi. The fungal kingdom represents one of the least understood yet the most vital components of the earth because they funge as a specific role that it's like a dua detritivore. It's a decomposer. In this case, being a decomposer, it helps to the nutrient cycling and decomposition. Mycelium secretes a potent cocktail of enzymes. This process is the primary pathway for the release of nutrients back into the soil, like the nitrogen and the sulfur and other elements. Mycelium act as a nutrient sink, absorbing and concentrating and later releasing the elements, making them available for other organisms. When something dies, like a tree or an animal, fungi can decompose this biological material and release all the nutrients back into the soil. Without this function, nutrient cycles would stall. And also there would be more issues in the health of the life organisms. In this case, we're going to talk about soil structural engineering, the physical growth of the EFI enmeshes soil mineral particles like salt, silt, and clay, and organic matter into the stable aggregates. These aggregates create a pore spaces within the soil profile that can do the next things, like erosion mitigation, better hydrology, and soil carbon sequestration. In this case, mycorrhizal is not only do a decomposing work, they can do a mycorrhizal symbiosis. This not only with other fungi, but with more plantae things, like regular plants, flora, and also like the big trees. The 92% of the plant families they have a form of obligate or facultative symbiotic relationships with mycorrhizal fungi. In this case, the mycelium also trades water, nitrogen, and phosphorus for plant-derived photosynthetic sugar. In this case, the mycorrhizal can extend to the roots of other plants and they fuse together. They do this to share water and to be more present with nitrogen. And the plant, they share the saccharose things about the photosynthetic sugars to help the fungi to grow. In this case, we need to talk about threats and conservation implications. The efficacy of mycelial network is highly susceptible to human disturbance, and especially with agricultural tillage, that is the mechanical disturbance, severs and destroyed mycelium networks, immediately halting their functions and leading to soil carbon loss and increased fertilizer dependency. This is because the agricultural they do like monocultives, and these monocultives are destroying the space that mycorrhizal have, and this makes the soil more deteriorative. Also, deforestation and land use change, removal of host plants collapses all the mycorrhizal networks that depends on them. When they take away this forest, this tree, they take away also the mycorrhizals that have in the soil, and it's very difficult to have this again. And also fungicides and soil compactation is directly damaging the mycelium health and function because of the agricultural tillage. They use these fungicides, and they kill all the mycorrhizal that have in the soil. As a conclusion, the mycelium is confirmed to be a foundational component of healthy ecosystems. In functions, it functions as a decomposer and a symbiotic partner, also like a soil engineer and a water regulator in a bioremediation. Its role is not singular but integrated, creating a resilient and communicative substrate that supports virtually all terrestrial life. Because without the mycorrhizal functions, we cannot live. It's so important in our lives and also in the ecosystem life. That's because all these roles they have, that it's so important. And this would be everything in this presentation. My name was Aldo Monzon, and this is all for me.